Hello and welcome to the NES test, where I, Dr. Whippersnatch, put your favorite classic games to the test. Okay, so last episode, I got mad. But that's okay, because surely the other D&D games on the NES are good. Right? Well, Hilsfar isn't amazing. But you know what it is? Hilarious. Hilsfar is set in the Forgotten Realms. Wolfgar represent. It starts off with you creating your own character. It's pretty limited in the ways you can do things. You just pick a race, pick a gender, pick a class, alignment, name, you get the gist of it. You can't pick your stats, it kinda just picks them for you. Not a big fan of that option, because sometimes you'll pick a fighter and you'll end up with 10 in strength. I'm of course playing as the female gnome fighter thief named Build-A-Bear ran out of letters. Build-A-Bear She's lawful evil. As I said earlier, despite being partially fighter, her lowest stat is strength. And with all that figured out, we ride. To get from place to place in this game, you ride your horse, jumping over obstacles, avoiding birds, and generally not trying to get thrown off. If you fall off enough times, your horse runs away, and you need to buy a new one, or you could even get mugged. When you get to the city of Hilsfar, it's like a maze of houses. You're just sort of thrown in there. You can raid pretty much any one of these houses, but be careful. If you get caught by the guards, they can take away your gold, or worse, it's off to the pits with you. In the houses you'll find treasure chests, and if you're a thief, or partially thief, you can pick locks using your thieves' tools. But if they break, they can't be used again, so be careful. Also tread carefully, since all the people in town stuck some invisible teleportation traps around every house. These peasants need some home security, Jimmy. Someone is stealing all their treasure chests. I've got it, Vinny. A trap that teleports intruders to a random location in the house, potentially even closer to more valuable objects. Get the patent office on the phone! Or carrier pigeon. I'm sure there's actually something else to do in Hilsfar, but they started us off with so much shit that it's damn near impossible to navigate to what you actually need to do. So naturally, I gave up on all that bullshit and went off to live in the woods with some dryads or centaurs or some shit. There's a trading post from where you can buy items from way out in the middle of nowhere. And by items, I mean horses. Just horses. And gossip. But like, who cares? I'm no longer an adventurer. I'm a forest hobo who is one with the trees. AD&D Hilsfar is an interesting game. It's got a lot of complexity for an NES game that makes it really feel like the most D&D game I've played so far. But it's also really dumb. Why are all these houses and dungeons the same? Where are the enemies? Why do birds and giant sticks of butter terrorize the countryside? What does alignment actually do? Actually, in a side note, not a whole lot in actual D&D either. Hilsfar has problems. It's sort of boring, yet intriguing. I would not say it was a good game. I would say it was a bad game. But upon not taking it so seriously, I sorta had fun. Its gameplay was interesting? I mean, it was varied. It had an adventure game feel to it, but nothing happened. Its gameplay was a 2 out of 5 for me. The graphics were surprisingly impressive. The horseback riding looked fine, the maps looked fine, and the lockpicking looked fine. And the music, when it was there, wasn't bad either. I just don't know what the story was, and in an RPG, I feel like that's a bit important. Presentation gets a 3 out of 5. And finally, the direction gets a 1. Because this game is confusing, I still don't know what I was supposed to do or how to do it. It just throws you into a collection of mini-games and tells you to figure it out. It might sound like I was going easy on Hilsfar, but after Heroes of the Lance, this game felt like Final Fantasy. But of course, it's not. Hilsfar is still a deeply flawed game. A 2-star game, if you will. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And feel free to check out my other video on Heroes of the Lance. It sucked ass. But maybe my suffering will become schadenfreude to you guys. But until next time, this has been the NES test. I'm Dr. Whippersnatch, and the Doctor is out.